Just tell me to go
now. 4 seconds.
Are we live?
We are live.
Are we live? Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the WADCast. Oh, hang on. I've got to turn that off. I've got it in here. I've got it come back in my headphones. Oh, I'm a bad streamer. Who cares?
You're so professional.
Yeah, I'm professional.
This is episode 5 now, by the way.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the WADCast. It's been an interesting week because come Monday, we were all sitting around scratching our heads going, what the hell are we going to talk about? And then today, it is literally just kicked off like you would not believe. Me and Tom have been just going mental all day. Well, I've been at work and Chris has been at work, so it's all been good fun. So we've got lots of topics to get through. We've got an hour or so, because if we don't get done in an hour, Kaylee will kill Thirst, and we can't have that really because we need him for next week. So what can we do? So we've got plenty of things to talk about. We've got game news. We've got, what's the words I'm looking for? Console news, tech news, community news. We've got it all. So first of all, we're going to hand it over to, I think, Chris to talk about the next community night, because I got it wrong yesterday, so I don't think I've got the price to talk about it at the minute. So yeah.
All right. So what's on WAD? We've got our Fortnite monthly tournament. That is going to be on the 26th of September 2020. Our last tournament, Riley won. That was a landslide for Riley. We're going to still be going with the Asia, Middle East servers, depending on which one decides to work. And we've got ground game mode, same kind of rules as last time. 2,800 V-Bucks prize, and we are sticking to the 8 PM BST time, just because the most people can make that, to be honest. Otherwise, on the 25th of September 2020, we've got Marbles on Stream Community Night, which was the one that Sev was thinking about, and another podcast. I'm going to actually throw it back over to Tom now, though, that way, because Tom, you've got some Minecraft things coming up, haven't you?
Yes, we've got quite a bit coming up, actually. For those who didn't see it, we did a great fun of...
Codename.
I've even forgotten the names now, because it's gone right out of my head tonight.
Big Codenames on Tuesday, last Tuesday.
I nearly forgot it. Which people did enjoy a lot. So if you didn't get to see that clip, it will be on Versus Twitch channel that you'll be able to highlight and see what happened.
Yeah, I'll get a highlight of that to you soon.
Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we are doing Abercaving on Tuesday. For those who don't know, that's basically you strip mine, and we will be giving points out to whatever ore they're able to pick up. So it went really well last time to try and help with the witch farm. This case it's just for some fun, and we'll see what happens. Another thing, the competition is going to be starting next month. Even Chris is not aware of this yet, so this is literally exclusive to this podcast.
Exclusive news.
And that is, we are going to be doing a boat creation competition. We have a lot of water around us now for our island, and it's looking very bare out there now. So, guys, starting October till the end of October,
Tuesday?
I believe Tom means the 15th for the Abercaving. Is that right, Tom? Tuesday 15th?
Yes.
Of September.
On the 15th. And the competition is running the way through to October and will be judged at the start of November. A few other ideas are in the works as well, but please stay tuned to that one.
I've got one, but we're not going to talk about that one yet.
Yes, Chris has got one idea in the works, which he is working on. So it has Dark, who works with us a lot, and me a lot, to try and deal with a lot of issues or a lot of advanced things to do redstone and any big builds that we tend to try and do.
Basically, lots going on.
If anyone does want to join us, you are more than welcome to message either myself or Thirst, who Thirst will probably send it straight to me straight after.
Or you'll send it straight to me straight after, because, communication.
And we'll run through what we can. I think that's all we need to go through in terms of Minecraft for a minute.
Yeah,
So
for
I'll hand
now.
it back to do with PlayStation next.
Well, it's all of the new gen consoles,
Oh,
really.
no, yeah, sorry, new gen consoles, not the PlayStation was the first topic to come up though.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Yeah,
last.
still
Sorry, you
still
guys.
not much about. So still not much about the PlayStation 5 regarding pricing and release yet.
No, but
Although that could change by the end of tonight.
we did say last time we would do a little bit of digging for you on the new consoles. Obviously, we've got the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and Series S, and also the rumored Nintendo Switch Pro. So I think we'll kick it off with the PlayStation. I'll do PlayStation. I'll let Sev do the Xbox, and Tom, you can do the Switch if you want. Or from there, there's not a lot, as Sev said, about the PlayStation so far. What I've managed to find out is it does have an 825 gig SSD in it, so it's a nice little bit of storage. Not quite the terabyte that Xbox has promised. It's got the 16 gig of RAM, which is nice. And there are rumours, but they are only rumours, of PlayStation trying to match the Xbox prices. But between us, we don't think that will happen. But we do stand to be corrected. Well, I sit to be corrected, but yeah. And I'm going to throw it to you, Sev. You've got a bit on the Xbox, haven't
before
you?
we move on to that though,
Yeah.
even if they cut it down to that Xbox price, they've still got less room than what we will information have got.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
loyalty, isn't it?
I mean,
Loyalty to brand.
It's come out that it costs PlayStation $450 exactly to build a PlayStation 5.
It's a lot of money.
So
they
it depends if they want to take a loss on it or not, because the rumored price is 450 to 500 is where. So and then it depends if they want to take a loss on it.
and based on the information we've got, they're still getting less storage.
Yep.
Which, if I know consoles, I don't know PlayStation, so I can't really go into that type of information. But if they use the same amount of storage than what an Xbox game does, that's not going to last long.
And it's
And the
PCIe
price
Gen
is-
4 SSD as well.
And
It's
the price is a
expensive.
lot more. And I don't understand it.
Well,
Um,
we'll see what happens. We'll get more news. As we get more news, we'll obviously update it as well, so you guys know. But yeah, that's all. There are obviously more bits out there, but that's the main bits we picked up for the PlayStation 5. And yeah, we got both Xboxes. So do you want to take that away, Seven?
Yeah, I mean, up until I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, we still had no information on anything release date. They did release eventually saying we now have an Xbox Series S, which we all know about 3 months ago anyway. But finally they released the prices, and it's looking, if you just want to get into console gaming or you're not bothered about brand loyalty or anything like that, the Xbox Series S, I was going to say Xbox One S then, Series S coming in at $249 is an absolute bargain. It's such a deal. It's unreal.
Yep.
There is a couple of downsides. The GPU is just slightly bigger than the Xbox One X that is now. So at like 4 and a bit teraflops, something like that. So it's still pretty good. You can't really moan at it whatsoever. But the SSD is only like 512. So you've got to find a way of getting some extra storage, whether you buy the new Seagate thing that goes in the back, which we'll get onto in a minute. And eventually they released the price of the Series X as well at $449, which is actually cheaper than I thought it was going to be. And it's still a really, really good price for the amount of gear you get in there, the 16 gigs of RAM, the 12 and point something teraflops of GPU. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you do get the 1 terabyte storage, which is still quite small considering how big games are now. If we judge by Call of Duty this year at like 230 gigabytes,
Yeah.
it's not going to take much to fill them up. But we are talking, as I said before, it is PCIe Generation 4 SS NVMe drives. Actually, what it is, and they are
Pretty pricey.
going with. Well, they're going with Is it Western Digital or Seagate? One of the Seagate it is. Sorry.
I think Seagate.
Yeah.
And they've got a card that goes in the back of the Xbox for an extra terabyte of storage, and that is going to be pricey. It is going to be cash
rumored
monies.
around about $200 each.
$220 a pop.
It's a about one.
Big update, really. Well, big upgrade.
Yeah, and you can't use a standalone SSD because it's not fast enough because they're NVMe drives, so they're looking at sort of like 3,000 read and write speeds. It's ridiculous, and you can't get those in a standalone drive. So, and I say the PCIe 4, so they're really, really fast to do what they want to do. If you have got an Xbox One and you want to play games on your Xbox One, your Xbox Series X, and you've got a hard drive storage like I've got, you can use that for those games, but you can't put the new games on it because it just won't run. So,
oh, that helps. I was worried about that side.
yeah, the consoles are cheap, the storage damn expensive. So save those monies, people. It is going to be
pennies out.
Get those pennies out, and we also have the release date as well, which is the 10th of November, which is only 8 weeks away. Just under.
Just to add on to that, can we just get some hype for the fact that it's got Dolby Vision support?
All right, you put that in the chat before, and I have absolutely, so I haven't had a chance to do it. I have no idea what that is.
Literally, all he did was put that in and constantly just repeat it. And I'm like, I've never seen him so excited for a console to have support like this.
I mean, it's Dolby Atmos audio. The audio quality is going to be so much better on the Xbox Series X and S compared to all of the previous Xboxes.
Yeah, but don't you have to pay for that though?
No, I think it comes with launch.
Oh.
I'm not.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if it's a payable add-on yet. I didn't get that far into it, but
because Dolby Atmos is a payable. You have to pay for that, don't you?
One sec.
I could be wrong.
Let me double check if I can find out.
Everyone knows in chat. Let us know.
I know you have to pay for it for Xbox One. It requires paid license, but I'm not sure on the Series X if it comes with it. I just loaded up some news articles on my phone. It was just plastered with Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S to get Dolby Atmos support, and I was like, I like my audios.
Like this
but yeah,
sound.
that's it. We got some links for the Xbox stuff as well that we'll post in the descriptions and whatnot for you guys to have a look at, just so you've got it. I think that was all we really had for the Xbox, because we're just purely talking about the consoles, not the games today. The games are later on.
There's been some hardware YouTubers that have got Xboxes, but they can't do anything with them yet. They can just show it you and go, I've got a big black box.
Like, this is shiny.
Yeah. Just like they've all got the 3030s, but they can just go, you have it. But I think the NDAs are lifted on the 14th, where they can actually show you it powering up and all that type of stuff. So,
not sure entirely on that.
Wednesday,
but we'll see it. We'll see it as soon as it's allowed. We'll see it. So,
it was. I was watching the Alpha Gaming channel, and he was saying on the 14th he can do stuff. So, yeah, next Wednesday.
And the only other console we've really looked into, couldn't find a lot on it, is the Nintendo Switch Pro. Did you want to take anything from that, Tom, or do you want me to go through it?
Well, like you said, though, we haven't really got much information on it, which is a shame. What can we say? The developers are asking to get the game 4K ready. There's nothing really confirmed about it. It's just a rumor going around right now of what we're getting. And yeah, there's not a great deal.
It gives me more questions than answers.
Yeah, they've been very quiet recently. Obviously, Xbox and PlayStation have taken over a lot. Nintendo have gone really quiet, so either they're just letting Xbox and PlayStation battle it out, and then the Nintendos are literally just gonna, sweep in under the rug and go, "Here we go, new console. There you go."
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for. I want to say I'm excited for 4K, but as Em's just posted in a chat, 4K on that tiny screen, not quite sure. But it's a case of, are they going to do it 4K on the Switch itself or 4K on the Switch dock to monitor?
I think it'd be an output.
Because it was information went round that the dot was getting re-released.
Yeah, because there was a massive run on docks not so long ago, wasn't there?
Yes, because when the Nintendo Lite came out, dots went up in price like stream. They were going for twice, if not 3 times the price. That's what they originally were. So yeah, it was quite interesting to see that.
Yeah, so
we can't really go through it at the moment. There's nothing there.
No, I mean, all we've got is a few people have mentioned Nintendo Switch Pro, nothing confirmed, not even by Nintendo themselves, and a few news articles basically mentioning the 4K stuff, and that's all we did get. But if you guys do get any information, pop it in the chat so we can have a peek at it, and if we find anything more out, we'll be chatting about it in further podcasts anyway, because we want to know about it anyway. So
it just seems everyone's just holding cards so close at the minute. I don't know why.
To be perfectly honest,
it's all going to be about that holiday sale, isn't it?
No, I know, but it's like the Xbox and PlayStation. I mean, literally they've done it 8 weeks before the releases, and normally you can pre-order your Xbox in July.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then your PlayStation, it's pre-ordered, and it's just considering like how things are at the minute with people and money and stuff, doing it 8 weeks before is just like
mental.
It's a bit naughty, really, considering obviously people have got to try and save money if they're still at
Since you guys have said that, for those who don't know, the Xbox, you can pre-release it on the 22nd of September.
Yes,
you can indeed.
You can order. And just while we're looking at it, Griever TV, thank you for the raid.
Yeah, so for those watching on Twitch, we did just get raided by Griever. And for those of you watching on YouTube, we're just going to shout Griever out for raiding us right now. So shout out to Griever TV. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, that kind of sums up the console side of it for tonight. Anyway,
just quickly, one last thing. Have you heard about the Xbox All Access thing?
Not yet. No.
So basically, what they're doing is no matter what console you buy, it's basically going to be like your phone contracts. So no matter which one you buy, so if you go for the S, you pay a monthly subscription of £25 a month, and you get the console and Ultimate Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then when that is up, you can then upgrade to like the X if you want to, or keep that console and just do the Ultimate subscription then for the rest of the term.
That's not bad, actually.
And then with the X, you can do it for £35 a month for 2 years, and then included with the Ultimate Game Pass as well.
Wait, £35 a month for 2 years?
For 2 years.
That's pretty decent.
And then you just carry on with the Ultimate subscription if you want to. I think that's how they're going to sort of do it anyway.
Yeah, that was roughly what I read at work.
Yeah. And then because they've been doing it for the this generation of console as well. So anyone with like a Series S or an Xbox One X, you can go to like Game or whoever, or Smith's Toys in the UK, trade in that console and pay like X amount a month to get one of the new ones.
It's not bad. That's not bad. I'll have to let Kaylee know about that, because I know she's wanting one, but a little bit gutted that she won't be able to get one straight away.
Nice.
Considering when we spoke about this last, I was going in my head, I was like, I'm going to wait a few more months and then let it all die down and then buy one. And then based on what me and Sev have seen in the last 2 days, I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Nope.
That release series. Yep, that release series.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're going to move on to hardware next.
Yeah, so there's two main points for hardware, which is there's been a bunch of information going around about NVIDIA recently, you might have heard. Also, some come out about AMD. Who wants to take NVIDIA?
Well, what is really much to say? We haven't got too much information.
We've got enough information on NVIDIA. It's AMD's a little bit sparse, but for NVIDIA, I mean, they've announced the RTX 3080, and they've
3070 and 30
and
90.
30, yeah, but the main one they've announced is 38, I think, which is what I was looking at, which has a 649 founders price, so maybe higher packages as well. You do get a free copy of Watch Dogs Legion with this, which I thought was quite cool. Main specs, it's got 10 gig memory, and its base clock speed is 1.44 gigahertz, which isn't bad. You've been looking into these more than myself, I think, haven't you, Sev?
Yeah, there's quite a lot. I'm not mega hot on the memory specs, in fairness, but I mean, even if you just go to the low 3070, that's just man. As I said like last podcast, I felt sorry for you bought a 2080 Ti in the last couple of weeks because you must be wanting to like go crazy. Kinzo, welcome.
I mean, I'm still sitting on 1070.
Yeah, £1,200 or dollars, whatever it is you were buying, and then like within the space of 2 weeks, it's like just the bottoms fell out of it, and it's you can get 3070, which is better than a 1080 Ti for £700, $700 cheaper. It's just
mental.
It's crazy. And then obviously you got the 3090 at like $1,500, which is just like an absolute monster. But that's going to be for like, you're talking like the top 1% of enthusiasts who are going to get that anyway. It's all going to be about the 3070, 3080, and maybe the 3060 that's there, but not yet. It is there, but it's not there. We can't confirm, deny, nothing.
Nope.
Even the 1080 Ti is a mega.
Yeah.
Is it really awful to say that price of that graphic card would actually be probably 3 times the amount I've actually spent on my computer to build it?
No, that's
Which
about
one?
right.
Which one?
The high price one.
The 1500.
The 649.
Yeah.
I've only spent probably about $250 on my computer.
Wow.
And also,
Did you-
just to answer Kinzo TV's question, the 3080 is about 50% faster than the 2080 Ti. Just to give you that.
Kinzo's right. The 3090 is for like movie editing and 3D modeling and all that type of stuff. But there's gamers out there that just want the best. Like they wanted a 2080 Ti, whatever. They've got that whatever price burning a hole in the pocket, and they'll just spend it anyway.
I mean,
but
let's be fair.
Right.
We all know someone that will buy 2 3090s to play Fortnite.
Oh no, that way.
Not me. Not me. I can't afford that.
I don't play Fortnite.
No, I didn't.
No, but when he said someone would buy it, I was like, that way.
No, I'm not buying
it. I was like, Fortnite, nope, that way.
Oh, but no, it's
But can it run Crisis? Maybe it can. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We shall
Is there anything that can run Crisis?
And there's been tweets as well from like people saying with that like press release, AMD are going to be holding up the white flag already, and there's been a few sarcastic tweets from like people at AMD doing like, I think obviously it's pretty much safe to say they're not going to be able to compete with the 3090. I don't think they're just nowhere near that point anyway. But the 3080, 3070 is going to be the battleground more than anything else. That is really going to be the battleground, and I think Nvidia have had leaks about pricing and specs, and they've had to price accordingly, because I don't think they'd have been that cheap if they didn't. But we will see, because we don't know.
Kinzo's got another question. Do we know anything about the supply about the RTX?
Yes, it's now 12 pin on the 3080, and it's split. So you have to plug in 2 8-pin power supplies from like your PSU. So I don't like where they've placed it. If you've seen it, it's like on an angle on the side of the card, and you get this Y splitter cable that goes, this 12-pin Y splitter cable that splits into 2 8s. It's ugly as it's not very nice, but and they are warned. It does the job. They are warning in the box as well. You shouldn't use third-party cables to do it, because it could cause damage. But I'm pretty sure they're sort of EVGA and all the usual PSU suppliers. They'll be soon making 2 8 cables to a 12-pin cable to to accommodate.
I'm
Although
sure
you
they
are
will.
going to have to, if you have got one, I think you need. I think they're saying you need at least a 750 watt PSU to run these cards. So if you haven't got one, you are going to need to upgrade those things. And to answer the crisis thing, I think didn't the show on the, I'm sure they showed on the press release the 3080 or the 3090 running crisis as well. I'm sure someone's mentioned it somewhere on something I've seen. I know they have, because I know that was one of the most heaviest GPU games on the planet and killed Nile and everything at one point when it was first released. But yeah,
More than likely, they'll get something that will run it anyway. But
Yep.
moving on to AMD, we've not got a lot of information except for 2 dates for your diaries, guys, and that's next-gen Ryzen desktop processors. They've said there's going to be something. There's a presentation October 8th, 2020 at 1700 BST, so that's 5 PM in the afternoon for those of you in the UK. And there's going to be a next-gen Radeon graphics presentation on October the 28th. Again, same time, 5 PM BST. We've got a source status from Radeon's Twitter themselves. We will put that in the description as well. But yeah, they're making announcements for their announcements, guys.
the surprising thing with like those announcements is they're doing the processors first, where the battleground at the minute is the GPU. So it's really like, so that's sort of one of those things where it makes me think in that sense they aren't worried about the GPU battleground at all.
Or they're just not ready.
No, I mean, they have mentioned before that they were always going to release after NVIDIA to see what they got, just in case they needed extra time to do stuff. But I mean, it's what 7 weeks between the NVIDIA release, or 8 weeks between the NVIDIA talk and the AMD talk. I mean, it's not that long in sense of what they can actually do anyway.
It's not.
Because cards are already going to be manufactured, cards are being ready to ship. So unless there was something drastic that needed doing to those mid-range sort of cards, there's nothing they could do anyway, unless it was delayed to like February, March next year, which I think was in the sort of plan, I think, from the bits and pieces I'm getting. But leaving it a month or month and a bit, there's not a lot they can do anyway. So I don't think they're that worried.
If you think that the 3080 launch, for example, is September 17th, and AMD's announcement isn't until October.
I mean, they've always stated anyway the cards themselves won't be or will be just available before the release of the Xbox and the PlayStation anyway. So they've always stated that anyway. So the release is the thing. It's just the presentation. So whether or not they're going to do the presentation and say it's available in a week's time at the same date, 2 weeks time, and the PlayStation and Xbox come out, depending on when the PlayStation comes out as well, which might be the week before, maybe. I think that's always been the plan. It's always been planned for a November release anyway, from all the information that everyone's been getting anyway. So I don't think AMD are overly worried, and it's going to be interesting because now people are sort of, do we get a 3000 series card that you probably won't get anyway because stock's low as it always is? And do you wait for an AMD one and potentially not get one of those till after Christmas? It's a bit spicy, I'll tell you that. Yeah, just to answer Kinzo's question, I like what Ryzen are doing at the minute as well. And no one expected a 4000 series release just yet, because the 3000 series XT has only been out 18 months.
But it's not been that long. I mean,
and they've only just released like the 3000 XT range as well, which has only been out like 6-7 months. So it's this is really like shocked everyone. But I think that's more to do with what Intel are sort of doing with the Tiger Lake stuff. But it could be something. But it depends on when they release it. It could be not until next September or something like that. We don't know yet.
Yeah, well, we will see. And again, like Inter said, I mean, they're up against big money with NVIDIA and Intel. It'll be interesting to see how their announcements go, and how people feel about the AMD stuff moving forward. I know a lot of people that do have quite big brand loyalty with AMD.
Oh, it's definitely popped up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we had for the hardware for now. Obviously, if there's anything else on hardware that you guys want to see, do let us know so we can look into it for next time. Now, we've got a few different games that all three of us want to talk about. I'm going to kick it off, and then I'm going to let Sev before he falls off of his chair, and then I'm going to let Tom go after Sev, because I know, Tom, you've got a couple extra from us two. So I'm going to start with Prince of Persia: Sand of Time remake. Now,
do you know how this came about?
No.
Do you know how the room... Right. So, this was quite interesting. So I read up on this. So the images we got first leaked from Russia's Uplay. That's where it first come from. A member who screenshotted it then got it leaked onto the internet. So that's where it first come from.
I know that there was a lot of memes when the leaks first happened, because they were like, "Oh, they're doing a remake. Look at those graphics."
Yeah.
But
so yeah, that's where it first leaked from.
We did have a reveal trailer come out. I think it was on the Ubisoft Forward on the 10th of September.
Yes, I believe so.
So that's yesterday, as of us recording this. Rumored release date is January the 21st, 2021. And the rumored platforms, this one got me, considering we've just been talking about next-gen consoles. I can speak, honestly. The rumored platforms are PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. They made no mention of anything else. Rip next-gen consoles. Although I'm sure they'll put it on next-gen too. But I must admit, I know I've played Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, the original. I played it on GameCube. Tom, you played it on PlayStation, am I right?
PlayStation 1.
Seven, did you ever play it? You did, yes.
I've played both of or three of them, was there? I've played pretty much most of them.
So
yeah, I've played all of them. Yeah.
My question now is, I know I'm getting it. Are you guys getting it?
Probably not.
Can't have. You gotta have an Call of Duty game coming in.
Yeah, it's
so getting it.
I mean, I might get it. I've been tempted to get Tony Hawk's like lately, but I don't know. I might end up getting it because it was a good game. I did really enjoy it. I never completed the second or the third one. Me and my brother definitely completed the first one. That was a really good game, the first one.
I remember nudging my stepbrother when he was trying to run across the wall so he'd fall off, and it'd be my go because we swapped every time that we failed a piece. So just nudge. Oh, it's my go now.
Was it the second one where they added the mechanic in where you could actually jump diagonally as well? Off the the springboards.
Pass
off
the top of my head. I can't remember on that one.
I think you are right. I think it's
that was a really good mechanic. Prince of Persia hype.
Yeah, big hype for the Prince of Persia. And now I'm going to throw it back to you, Sev, because I know you've got a lot of Call of Duty Cold War stuff that you want to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for a nap there, all right?
Yeah, you go for that nap. Because I'm going to talk about shooty, pew, pew, bang, bang stuff. Yeah, so it's good fun. Wednesday, we finally got to see the multiplayer reveal trailer for Cold War. And it was so good, considering like normally they have like an audience full of a studio full of audience, and it's just a bit difficult for them to like get the hype going. But I was really enjoying it. The multiplayer looks good. There's a few things that I'm unsure of at the minute, but overall it looks stunningly good. And it was just so nice to see. They had a big event on with streamers all streaming at the same time, all in there, getting onto online servers that they're dedicated out there, and some big names and big people. When you get pros like that all trying to go off and go sweaty try hard, it's just fun and amazing to see. But for those who don't know, it's set in the 80s during the Cold War. So you've got all those nostalgia sort of things like the Miami Strip in all the big neon lights and all that type of stuff.
Nice.
So good. 80s music blasting out of the Miami clubs. It was that was really nice to see. Some great, your typical normal game modes coming back. TDM, Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed. We saw for those who played Black Ops 4, Control is coming back. So I imagine Control is going to go back into competitive, and they're going to get rid of domination Thank God. It's just so boring to watch. And the usual SNDs and all that type of stuff are going to be back in as well. They've added a couple of new game modes. One's an escort the VIP. One player gets in at random gets selected to be the VIP that you've got to escort to a certain point on the map. 2 points on the map that actually rotate as well, so they're not in fixed positions, which is a nice thing to see. So it keeps everybody on the toes. If you're the VIP, you only get landed with a pistol and a few extras, but nothing major. And then your team has to basically escort you off the map. There's no respawn, so if you die, you die, but you can revive, which is that's a good game mode to do like things like that. There's another one as well called it's a big based domination game, so there's 5 flags to cap instead of 3. The maps are bigger on some of the bigger maps that there are in there as well. And you don't just cap the actual points that the flag's on. There's actually a big wide area that you can sit in and stand on, so that's something different. They've changed the way score streaks work. Before, normally you used to get kills and you can just rotate through the streaks. Now they've done it where every player has the ability to earn streaks even after death, so the points just keep tallying up over the end. But there is a cooldown in there just to stop lower streak spam. We'll see how that works. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that yet.
We'll see.
Well, I need to get my hands on it. I need to play it. But overall, the game looks good. The graphics look really, really good. Everyone's been playing it like what stuff we've been shown has been done for like PS5s and stuff like that. So obviously the game build that they were on was on PS4 or PC, depending on what they was on. I don't think there was anybody on Xbox because obviously it's a PS4 event. So that was nice to see. We got to see 5 maps. That's generally pretty standard. A very, very small selection of guns. Only 8 of the score streaks, but there won't be that many more, probably another 4 or 5. But yeah, overall, it looks good. I'm really excited. And the beta's out on the 8th to the 13th on PS4. And then it comes again the following weekend from the 15th to the 19th for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4 to test the compatibility. And the big news as well, one of the best things I've heard about it at the minute is no matter what generation of console you're on, whether it's PS4, Xbox One, PS5, or the new series of Xboxes, everybody can play together. And PC. Everybody from each generation can party up and play no matter what console or system you are on, which is great. So the player pool is going to be huge, and that's actually a good thing to see.
That's pretty cool. And just in case anyone that's watching this on YouTube rather than the live stream, what Sev was talking about, the showcase was on Wednesday, 9th of September. We will put a link into the actual Black Ops Cold War page, so you guys can check out all the info on there as well. Because there's so much info in there.
Oh,
so much.
I could be here all night. It's great.
Okay, he'll be talking about it after we finished. It's just going on and on.
On and on and on.
And Tom, what games did you had a couple of games in mind that you wanted to talk about? I know we've already hinted on a couple of them already as well in previous casts and today, but we'll throw it to you now. You got the camera.
Yeah, so it wasn't more to the fact of talking about the games, but this was, we've already said at the start of the podcast, is the fact that a lot of these games we didn't expect to happen right away. So if I bring out one of the games that I want to say about was Watch Dogs Legion. Now, I've been a fan of the Watch Dogs series for quite a while. I do enjoy it. I play with my best friend. Sometimes he will come on and I will come on, and we're able to hunt each other using our robots and stuff to find each other. And it's so much fun just to run around and, try and find them. But based on the information we got, was Watch Dogs Legion, much as it looked really nice, which I look forward to playing it, it wasn't due out until February of next year. Now they've jumped the gun and said, you know what, this is going to be on day 1 release of Xbox. And we're like, well, hang on, you've just jumped 3 months. How did that happen? and they're not the only ones that've done it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which we've spoken about in previous podcasts numerous times. Me and Thirst are definitely so excited to watch it. Sev, I think, slowly getting into wanting to play it.
He's gonna get it.
I love Assassin's Creed. Always have done.
And I think we said in the last podcast, we worked out maybe December, because normally it's out in the end of October. It was a bit delayed this time, so we were looking at December, and then we get the information that it's out also day one release. So right
Oh, I think we've
now
lost Tom
Xbox are looking so strong with these games. We got Valhalla, we got Watch Dogs Legion, and we've also now, and this literally just come up 5 hours ago, Falconeers are also being released on day one.
Wow,
of the
nice.
Xbox.
I think
3 games right there.
I think that's because they're not doing Halo. I think they've had to push something forward to get people to want to buy it. Because Halo's been pushed back till like February, I think, or something silly. Because it's just not ready. So they've had to have some Xbox games to push it out with it, and that's it. Which I think is a good move, really, because there's a lot of people that like Watch Dogs. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be good for. I mean, that's a cross-generation thing anyway. But
yes, they released the information last week or week before that Halo was not going to be ready. There's too many bugs and glitches going on, so it's being pushed to, I think Seb's right, I think it's February. It's around about that time.
It does feel
so unfortunately we'll have to wait a bit longer for that one.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we've got Viking Assassins.
There are many other games that was always also given out.
It's a good lineup to start with, really.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing sort of now between Xbox and PlayStation is obviously now PlayStation have got quite the market really on exclusive games, whereas Xbox has been lacking for the last sort of 7 years-ish now, really. But that said, they have bought some IP studios up. The things are going to be coming. So obviously just not released, which is a shame, really. Obviously, I think they were banking on Halo being the big draw. But yeah, but obviously the one thing that Xbox does have, if anyone gets it, is the backwards compatibility stuff. That's a big feature.
Yeah, they confirmed that immediately.
Yeah, that's a very, very big feature for them as well. Just PlayStation just lacking that department, but
they're not entirely, actually. That's one thing I forgot to mention about the PlayStation. One of their additional storage units, it will have an external storage only for PS4 games. So the external storage, again, similar to the Xbox. If you've got PlayStation 4 external, you can plug it into the PlayStation to play PS4 games for the backwards compat mode.
It's only select though. Their games have got to be whitelisted before they go on there. Because of the way they actually code the games onto discs and stuff. It's weird.
I think they did say that almost all of the top 100 PlayStation games, what they rate as the top 100 PlayStation games, will be playable, almost all of them.
Yeah.
But the quote is almost, so take it with a pinch of salt, guys.
There's still a bit of work to go with that.
Excuse me.
Some other news as well. During the Ubisoft Forward, Ubisoft did confirm that anyone that plays Rainbow Six right now will have a free next-gen upgrade.
Nice.
So anyone that does play that, you will get that for absolutely free. One other thing that did come out recently, it's coming out, sorry. First, it's just losing its fly. I don't know where it's gone.
It's flown away.
It's just flown away. It's probably gone into my stream. It's going to go into Sev's stream in a minute.
God knows.
Go back for that. Harvest Moon Light of Hope. Now, this was originally PC and Nintendo Switch. Off the top of my head. They are releasing it for the Xbox One and Windows 10. It was leaked, funnily enough, from the Microsoft Store.
Nice.
Always.
Yeah. So that was found out. So it originally came to the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch last year, and it's looking like at some point this year or maybe start of next year, it will be joining the Xbox. I believe it is this year. Other than that, that's mostly what's going on at the moment. It's mostly console information coming out.
And I've got one more from the Ubisoft Forward that I think could be a good one to get, which is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World as a game. That was announced. So
I think
it was just the announced trailer for it. Just the idea. Scott Pilgrim. Can't go wrong.
I think the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks are going to be really interesting. It's just going to start coming thick and fast now, especially when PlayStation release their prices as well. Then it's all going to kick off then. This is going to be good. Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're going to have a lot to talk about next time, I think.
Does anyone have any other topics?
No, but we do have one question coming in, so we can go over to the Q&A side of it. And Kinzo's asking what we think about the Xbox Game Pass. Now, I'm going to kick this off by saying the PC Game Pass is now coming out of beta, and it is price matching the console Game Pass. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's $7.99.
$7.99, yeah.
Was it $7.99 or did it go up to $10?
No, it was originally $3.99. It's gone up to $7.99.
Oh, it's $10, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's $7.99 for us in the UK.
I actually got a 3-month free PC Game Pass from Discord Nitro, and I've played a fair few games on it, so I think I am going to continue with it. I know, Tom, you've got the Xbox Game Pass for console. Sev, you don't have it at all, do you?
I don't have it, no.
No, because you're a Call of Duty player only.
Call of Duty. But there is a thing sort of happening, because obviously Xbox do like the Xbox Gold Live subscription thing, which they're not getting rid of it, but what they're actually doing is they're going to stick it in with the Ultimate Game Pass, so it forces people to get that. It's not going to happen straight away. It's going to happen over time, but I know they have got rid of the Xbox Live 12-month pass on the store and whatever else, so you can only get the 3-month and the 6-month, I think now.
Yeah, they've changed.
Yeah, that's going to be. I think they're going to bundle that with the new release of the console. I think they're going to bundle that in with the Ultimate Game Pass for PC and Xbox. So I'll eventually go ahead and get that anyway. I mean, I think it's $7.99, something like that, £70 a year. Actually saw it was 10. The Ultimate was $10.99 when I looked the other day. Hang on,
I'll confirm that. Also, what they are doing, EA Access was what they originally were called, are now called EA Play, and they are joining up with Xbox to include the EA games into the Xbox Game Pass.
Is that the standard Game Pass or just the Ultimate Game Pass?
I believe it is the both. I think off the top of my head. I think they're actually integrating it, so it has to be. You'll have it.
Fair enough. That was I didn't know the answer to that question, so there we go.
If I'm wrong on that, I will.
1 second.
One thing I will say about the Game Pass is I wish there was a Xbox Family Game Pass, because I was speaking to Cardboard Genie in Discord about this a little bit. So I've got the Game Pass for PC, which is fine because I can use that on my account. But if I wanted to get it on the Xbox as well, it would be on Kaylee's account. So it would be great if there was a family package that you could say, right, it's this much. So it's like, say, the cost of 1.5 Ultimate Game Passes, and you can add like 3 accounts to it. Because then I could have my PC Game Pass, Kaylee can have the Game Pass for the Xbox, and we don't have to pay for 2 whole lots. Because obviously Ultimate comes in for both console and PC, doesn't it?
Yeah, so console is $7.99 a month. The PC one, just the PC one, is going to be $7.99. You are right on that one. If you get the Ultimate, that's going to be $10.99. But the the Ultimate one is the only one. If you've got a normal Xbox console, that's the only one that comes with the Xbox Gold stuff. But also you get the xCloud stuff included in that as well.
So
So-
just let's push Xbox to make a family pass.
Yeah.
Because that'd be great. That would really be great. I mean, that'd actually be quite
So-
good for you as well, Tom. Because you could have well, obviously, do you have Ultimate yourself, Tom, for PC and Xbox at the moment?
Yeah, Ultimate.
And then say your sister wanted it as well at some point, you could let her use it if you had family, but you can't because different accounts at the moment and whatnot.
It's so young. There's
Can-
a long way
A
away.
few years, yeah, but it's still there in the future.
I mean, Kinzo's just asked, do we see a future for that type of business model? I mean, let's have it. I mean, it's been going for a few years and it's been very successful at the minute. And if EA have jumped in on that as well, that means for like, you can get some like FIFA, that's a AAA game title going for like 80, 90 quid.
I want to say yes and no.
I think for now,
I want to
yes. Obviously, because that's how sort of Xbox are going to do their business now. They're not going to beat a PlayStation for sales on units sold. It's not going to be like that. They're going to push products and services, that type of stuff. And for them, that's where they're going to make their money. I mean, to have it right, Microsoft are one of the most profitable companies in the world, if not the most profitable company in the world. They don't make bad business decisions.
I mean,
would lost have a mixer.
As far as Xbox goes, I think yes, it is a future business model that they can do well with. However, mobile cloud gaming as a whole, I must say, I did not expect Google Stadia to flop that hard.
I mean, it's one of those. It's like first maneuver thing. It either works or it doesn't. I don't think xCloud will flop as such, because apparently that's really good for those who have played it. It's amazing. I think it's I love my life.
We're just distracting Sev by calling him a boomer, guys. Anyway, xCloud.
Sorry. I'll tell you later.
Oh dear.
I'll tell you later.
Sev's gone.
Oh,
Sev's gone.
wow. But I think for the business model for now, it's great. I mean, the most profitable business model at the minute is Peloton. If you know what that is, it's the spin bike exercise machine that you connect to the internet. You buy the bike for $2.5 grand or something like that, and then to join live sessions, you pay $35 a month too, or something like that, and it's pretty much the same sort of thing.
Wow.
And it's the most profitable business model out there at the minute. So it's pretty much along those same sort of lines. So I see it going on for quite a bit. I don't see it being an issue, and it's not silly expensive neither. You know, and even if you can't afford, you know, the big title games, the amount of games that are now appearing on Game Pass first day, Assassin's Creed will be on there, I have no doubt. You know, all that type of stuff. So for if you download more than, I think it's 3 games, it's pretty much worth it for a year. It's absolutely immense.
I think I've easily, in the last 2 months alone, download probably 8 games on Game Pass for PC and played them.
So,
but yeah, I think the subscription based models right now are pretty strong, for sure. Yeah. You got any opinions on it, Tom, or have we just covered it all for you there?
Yeah, you've mostly covered everything. At this current time, I think subscriptions are a big support, because people haven't got the money to go out there and just buy everything outright anymore.
No.
With everything going up now, obviously, with the virus currently happening, people have not got the ability to pay these prices anymore. So subscriptions is probably the best model they can do. because they know at the end of the day, people are going to pay out monthly prescriptions to get games, hardware, software, whichever way they're going. Because I know for a fact myself, I pay monthly for like Adobe stuff, and it helps me out so much because I'm able to do all sorts of things with Adobe, and
you wouldn't be able to afford it to buy out, would you? So
no, and the price for it monthly is what I think is very little for the amount that I would be using it for. And it's the same for games, really. If you are able to rent a game out for, £10 a month, let's say, and you download 5 games and they're 20 hours each, that at the end of the day is a big outcome for yourself.
it is.
How much entertainment have you got out of it?
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the subscription stuff, it is bringing in money. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would buy stuff on release when they have the option. Oh wow, Coco's being mean. Come on,
For
Coco.
those who don't know, Coco is in our stream right now, and she has just come up with a new name of the podcast.
We are not naming it
It's
this.
making us all laugh.
I mean, we might name we could just name the episode that. Episode
Hi.
5, 2 Nerds and a Boomer.
Right, I've got a cat here.
Coco, I hate you. Yes, I do.
We have a Sev SMR now. We did. We've lost Tom. He's gone. See, he's done.
Can we please just admire like Tom's chair with his fire hazard sticker on it, and his headset was still there's got the plastic wrapping around the top.
It's not. I think I'm not sure if it's plastic wrapping or if he's sellotaped it together. To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't want to ask. I feel mean. It's alright. I reckon. So just going on the chat. So obviously you guys watching.
Coco wants to join the thing. She wants a foursome. Mm-hmm. This is family friendly. This is family friendly, by the way.
I mean, what
Miss
she means
Phelan,
is
family friendly.
she wants to be the fourth person. So get your mind out the gutter. Stop
No,
it.
mate, that's where her mind is at the minute.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Sev would go and drag for it.
Hey mate, I think we've actually like on my stream we've actually mentioned something about me wearing a dress at some point. Just for a stream for something or other. It's going to happen at some point.
10k points for a dress stream, yeah.
Yeah, 10k points for a dress stream. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so
family friendly.
shall we tell Tom what we've just signed him up for?
Yeah, so we get next podcast, Tom. We're having a foursome and we're all wearing dresses.
I'm not
He's like,
what Chris would look like more than me. To be
he's
fair.
like, what have I walked into?
He's like, I'm not sure if they're kidding or they mean it.
No, tried to see Sev quite nicely in a dress, but you not.
Sev, you got a
Hey,
date.
mate.
You got a date.
I got the eyeliner on. Put my hair down. Man, I'm gonna look sexy.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
it.
dear.
Lemon cat trying to bark.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. So I'm going to run through a quick recap for you guys while Sev tries not to wee himself. And I don't know, Tom, you're having issues with your cat. Kinzo, you do have an off-topic question. So yeah, we'll go with the off-topic question first. Throw that in there. And then we'll do a recap and send you off to another person. What do you guys think about Wagyu Kobe beef?
have you ever had Wagyu beef?
No.
It's apparently one of the finest steaks you can get. Generally, you get it like in Australia and America. Not so much over here. You can get it. It's a very, very, very nice cut of beef if it's cooked right. But
I mean,
I like it. I like it, Kinzo. It's good. I like steak, so steak is always good.
I'm going to earn myself my brownie points here. If Tally cooks it, it's best steak. Just saying.
Tally, can I have a steak as well? I want steak. Cook me
I
stick.
know, I just want birthday.
I just want cake. Tom just wants cake, everyone.
Well,
Steak
she
for
offered
5,
that-
please.
Thank you for the smiler. Thank you for the follow,
She
Smoker.
offered last year to make me a birthday cake. She never did. So
Steak
She
for
gave
5,
you
please.
cookies. She did give you cookies though that you didn't eat.
yes, I know. She still shouts at me for it.
Yeah, guys, if you like cookies or cake, then yeah, Tally.
Kaylee's your girl.
Go to Tally. She's a good
Um,
cook, a good baker as
I'm
well.
You don't know this yet, but I am coming down to see you at some point. So
Do it,
I want cake.
do it. Dave
Want
can
cake cookie.
confirm the cake as well. So if you need,
I've seen Dave's cake. Dave's cake was class.
yeah, it was. But yeah, anyway,
Fair play.
just to run through what we've been through.
No,
So
it was
for those
Kinzo.
of you that missed it, we've got the
All the
what's
cake.
on, all the cake. Yeah, we got the what's on. We got our upcoming Fortnite tournament on the 26th of September this year. Obviously, we got the community night marbles on stream 25th of September, and we've got a few different events on Minecraft which are going to be each of the Tuesdays. So Tuesday 15th we've got Aber Caving, and then every Tuesday after that we've got other events, not all confirmed what they are, but we've got plans. We spoke about the new gen consoles and some new hardware stuff that's coming out, new games and anything else like that. If you want us to discuss anything in particular, either drop a comment in the stream, drop a comment in the chat, or drop a comment in Discord, and we'll do our best for it. We are going to open up a Q&A Discord channel at some point because we want to see them.
Is there a command for Discord in this?
There is a command for Discord. Kinzo's in Discord already, by the way. He joined today. He
Cool.
called me Canadian.
Discord's with a D.
Discord does have a D on the end.
We did it. We got there.
Part.
So next
Oh,
time you guys are going to be in dresses. I mean, we didn't promise. I mean, Sev said he'll be in a dress, but I don't own a dress. Sorry.
Yeah. Try
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Yeah.